Libraries in Ohio are bracing themselves for funding cuts and facing an uncertain future thanks to the new state budget. Our Chase Campbell has the details.
According to the Ohio Library Association, the state budget bill signed by Governor Mike DeWine earlier this month distributes just under $480 million to public libraries for the 2026 fiscal year, compared to over $504 million in 2025. The new budget also changes how libraries get funded. In years past, the Public Library Fund received a percentage of the state's general revenue fund. In the new budget, libraries are funded by a flat line item. Athens County Public Library Director Nick Tepe says these changes make him concerned about long-term sustainability.
Certainly my library is going to be okay for the next couple of years. Everybody's costs keep going up, and if we don't get comparably increased funding from the state, then at a certain point in time we will have to look at either asking for more money from our local communities or starting to cut services.
With funding changed to a line item, Tepe says libraries are in a precarious position and potentially are facing an existential threat.
Any legislature at any point in time could have revoked that language in the law, but with us as a line item in the budget, it's a lot easier for that to go through. And there is, of course, always the risk that a future governor could potentially even just line item veto library funding. We're very grateful to Governor DeWine, who's always been a very strong supporter of libraries, but we don't know what's going to come into the future.
Governor DeWine said he would have preferred not to see the library funding structure change.
So the budget I presented to the legislature kept the form of a certain percentage. In fact, we changed that and actually increased that percentage. I like it that way. I think that it better reflects the priority of libraries in the state of Ohio.
Outside of library funding, the version of the budget passed by the legislature would have placed some restrictions on library materials, requiring libraries to, quote, place material related to sexual orientation or gender identity or expression in a portion of the library that is not primarily open to the view of persons under the age of 18, unquote. DeWine vetoed this language, noting that the restrictions were vague and saying that, quote, in Ohio we have strong laws on obscenity and material harmful to juveniles. Tepe praised the governor's veto.
Libraries have always stood up for parents' rights to choose what their children interact with or don't interact with at the library. That is a decision for the parents to make. The library's job is to provide all of those materials at a variety of different reading levels and skill levels and from a variety of viewpoints. And then it's up to the families to decide what it is that they interact with. So it was contrary to the very principles of librarianship. And because of that, we are also grateful that the governor vetoed that.
The legislature still has the opportunity to override the governor's vetoes. Chase Campbell, WTAP News.